Coming up this week on Big Sky Outdoors.
54 is in.
We're running, biking, and paddling this week on Big Sky Outdoors. Big Sky Outdoors, powered by Town Pump, fueling your next outdoor adventure, is also brought to you by Counter Assault, your ultimate protection in the wild. By Montana Army Navy, get it, get out, and live it. By Pierce RV Supercenter, Montana's premier RV dealer. And by Don K. Subaru, locally owned, community involved. Hey, thanks for joining us this week on Big Sky Outdoors. I'm Matt Redding. Hey, today we're in the beautiful town of Whitefish, and we're here for the Glacier Challenge. It's a 50-mile race where participants run, bike, paddle, run some more, paddle some more, all for a good cause.
The Glacier Challenge is a 6-leg multi-sport relay. It's got a 10K run, kayak, road bike, mountain bike, canoe, and 4K run. So it's a very involved race. My name is Hannah Plum, and I am the race coordinator. And this is actually my first year being the race coordinator. I've been the race director. We hired a race director this year, so it was kind of nice to take a step back and let someone else really run the show. And I've been doing this, I think it's my 8th year. I think the thing that really attracted me to this race was that it attracts a really broad spectrum of folks. We have a woman who flies in from California. She's a professional Montero racer, and she has said this is her favorite race.
My name's Jessica Sarah, and I've raced the solo race at the Glacier Challenge 4 years. It's been a really, really great experience every year. I do a lot of racing around the country. I've raced triathlon professionally. I race mountain bikes professionally.
And so we have that really serious athlete. We have families who are like, I don't know, I've never done anything like this before, but it sounds like a fun family thing. And so, and they're recreational. And so there's just a really broad range, and probably more on the recreational end. You know, companies, we have Big Mountain has a team here, and Great Northern Brewing Company and Sweet Peaks, a lot of local companies who say, hey, this would be a neat thing for our employees to get together and do. And so, and it tends to be recreational, but there's that broad spectrum, yeah.
This, I can honestly say, hands down, is one of the most well-organized events. It really represents and highlights the sponsorship. They bring in amazing food vendors, and it's really consider what athletes want. The course is well marked, everyone's super friendly, there's tons of support. It's just an amazing day.
What I like about it is it's got the pro athletes there that are really there to win it, and then you've got the families there that are looking to have a good time. So it's neat in that sense because you're all over the board.
Hey, I'm Sonny Sherrill from Paddlefish Sports, participating in the Glacier Challenge this weekend. Really stoked to run the kayak leg on a paddleboard, see how fast we can paddle and have a good time.
Besides the monetary piece of it, which is great, but I really think as a community this has been a great way, not just for racers, but for volunteers. You know, right now we have several businesses that took on a part of the race. They're working with the transition areas, and so I think that part of it, the community building part, the Whitefish Police race every year. This is one of their favorite things to do as a force. You know, their lives are pretty serious, and this is their kickback, have fun. And I think that part of the Glacier Challenge makes it a great community event too.
Hey, the race is just getting started. Let's take a quick break and let's check out this week's outdoor quiz question. The Glacier Challenge is an annual event in Whitefish, the first of its kind in northwest Montana. So that brings us to this week's outdoor quiz question. When was the first year the Glacier Challenge took place in the Flathead Valley? Go to www.theglacierchallenge.com to find the answer. Once you have found the answer, find Big Sky Outdoors on Facebook or at www.bigskyouttoorshow.com. Click on our outdoor quiz link, give us the correct answer, and you'll be entered to win a canister of bear spray from our friends at Counter Assault, your ultimate protection in the wild. Big Sky Outdoors will be right back after these messages.
Counter Assault, the original bear deterrent, has been made, developed, and scientifically tested in Montana for nearly 30 years.
Counter Assault is what I chose for my staff based on my personal experience, scientific testing, and it's the only one that met all the expert recommendations. Spray time and spray distance are important in a bear attack, and Counter Assault has both. As an avid hiker, hunter, and outdoorsman, Counter Assault is my first line of defense in bear country.
Carry what the professionals carry. Counter Assault, Grizzly Tough Bear Spray. Look for the red can.
The warm weather in Montana has arrived, and your local town pump has everything your family needs, along with great savings. This month's specials include Doritos or dips are just $3.29 each. General Mills cereal, 2 for $5. And David seeds, just 99 cents. With over 90 convenient locations across Montana, we are sure to have everything you need and more.
The Glacier Challenge is a benefit for the Flathead Youth Home. That's how it started. It has continued to be that. And so one of the challenges we have is to connect the event with the cause. And as the years have gone by, it's been really great to see how racers get it. They start to get it. They're like, oh, this is for kids. So the Flathead Youth Home is a place for area kids whose lives have hit a crisis or their family is in crisis and they need a safe place to work out the crisis, a safe place to call home. And it's an important part of the community and a service to the community. It's been really important to let racers know that your participation, any kind of sponsorship, goes directly to the Flathead Youth Home in supporting those kids. So it's a great event, great cause. It's a pretty amazing mix. So last year we raised about $30,000 for the youth home, and we get to say back to the racers, that's because of you.
They say so much love I found in me with the light up.
The Glacier Challenge is such a big race that you forget why we're a part of it, and it's for the Flathead Youth Homes. My name is David Keim. I'm a dentist here in Kalispell. I put together a team with the Daybreak Rotary Group, and Rotary was providing quite a significant amount of fundage to the Flathead Youth Homes. And so a couple years we had 2 teams. And then through that, my wife Ronna got involved as a board member, and then I became a sponsor as a business. So it's grown from there, and I feel like the Glacier Challenge and the Flathead Youth Homes has become kind of a family thing.
It's a 6-leg relay. So it starts with a 10K, and it starts across the street over here. And it's kind of fun because it's a very narrow start. So we let the real competitive racers start in the front. They go over the footbridge, over to Caro, down to 93, and then they come down 93 back onto Baker and come back into Riverside Park. And so one of the things I love about the Glacier Challenge is the race gets started, and then we have a few minutes of hanging out and just kind of chatting and getting caught up, but then the racers come back in, and so there's a lot of things that come back here. The next leg is the kayak leg, and they put in again across the street at Riverside Park and then head upstream in Whitefish River into the Whitefish Lake, and they head over to a little point called Bay Point. And there's a big buoy there. They go around the buoy, come back. And then, so again, we get to see the racers come back, and then they hand off to the road bike, which starts at Riverside and heads down this street, Baker, over the bridge to Wisconsin toward the big mountain and past the big mountain, and there's this great trail system that has been put in recently. It's the Whitefish Legacy Trails, and we really wanted to use that this year, so we changed the road bike and the mountain bike route to accommodate that. So they meet up at the Swift Creek trails where they transition off to the mountain bike, and then they do a 7 or 8 mile loop back to the road biker who follows the same path back in, and then they'll transition over here to the canoe leg that goes upstream, and then right before they get into the lake they go around a buoy and then head downstream to a little gazebo area. Then they take out there, and then that's the last leg, and they pass off to the 4K runner who, again, we get to use some of the trail system. There's a bike trail that winds along the river. It's pretty beautiful. And then through some neighborhoods, and then right there's our finish line. So that's race route. And then the triathlon would be those first 3 legs.
It's been a great day here in Whitefish. The race is going really well. Athletes seem like they're having a great time. Hey, let's take a quick break and let's check out this week's fishing report.
The 2014 Subaru Outback from Don K. Subaru is an IIHS top safety pick and gets 30 mpg. And just listen to what our customers are saying.
This was the best, most enjoyable experience I've ever had in buying a car. Sarah F.
We have nearly 50 Outbacks in stock starting as low as $23,495. Come experience it for yourself. Don K. Whitefish, locally owned, community involved.
The warm weather in Montana has arrived, and your local town pump has everything your family needs, along with great savings. This month's specials include Doritos or dips are just $3.29 each, General Mills cereal 2 for $5, and David seeds just 99 cents. With over 90 convenient locations across Montana, we are sure to have everything you need and more.
Counter Assault, the original bear deterrent, has been made, developed, and scientifically tested in Montana for nearly 30 years.
Counter Assault is what I chose for my staff based on my personal experience, scientific testing, and it's the only one that met all the expert recommendations. Spray time and spray distance are important in a bear attack, and Counter Assault has both. As an avid hiker, hunter, and outdoorsman, Counter Assault is my first line of defense in bear country.
Carry what the professionals carry. Counter Assault, Grizzly Tough Bear Spray. Look for the red can.
I think the best way to train for this event is to do the actual events, you know, the biking, the paddling, the running, strength training. This year we had a business, Whitefish Therapy and Sports Center, come to us and they said, we'd love to help train your athletes. And that means strength training, teaching you how to prevent injuries, really prepare for this race so that it's a good experience for you. We've also had some paddling classes where we help you to work on your stroke. We have a great running group in the area. The Flathead Beacon does a great running group, and I know a lot of Glacier Challenge folks got in on that. And so, you know, then you get the feel of running with somebody and kind of pushing yourself a little bit more before the race. Yeah.
And this guy right here, Dan Block, overall winner in the solo. Dan, lengthy guy. Look great. Good job, my friend. This is a pretty cool thing to finish all overall first. Grab yourself a GC pint glass as well as the first place. That's the overall solo finishers.
Well, I thought for me personally it went pretty well. Survived the run, that's the hardest leg for me, and then just kind of build steam after that. It was real wavy on the kayak out on the lake, and then the new mountain bike course, 2 laps was kind of fun. thought I had a good race. I didn't cramp up this year, and it was well organized, and this is my 10th Glacier Challenge, so hopefully it could be my last one. But you say that after the race, and then next year comes by and you forget, I guess, the pain. For me, the paddling is my strength, so and that stayed the same, so I like that. And I guess it was kind of neat just to have a new mountain bike leg, so we could check out the trail up there by Smith Lake, and keeps it interesting.
Final winner for overall team male is Nomad GCS. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Woo!
Thank you.
Team male, Nomad GCS. Team female, the Montana Superwomen. Doing pretty darn good today, ladies and gentlemen, I think. I like it a lot.
It went really well. We have some strong paddlers. This guy put us in second spot after the 10K, and the rest of the guys took it from there. Gave us a big lead going into the last running leg, and I just made sure to not mess it up. It was a little smoky, but it was good.
The 10K course was pretty hilly, and yeah, it was pretty smoky. Yeah, the waiting I think was the hardest part. Tom Petty said that. And yeah, it's a great event. Brought a lot of people out in the community, and it was a pleasure to be part of Team Nomad.
Guys, congratulations. Wow. So awesome.
Thank you. All right, Avi, we're good. Thank you. We have a pretty strong tradition of doing well here, and we're the new guys, so we had to make sure to hold up our end, so I think we did okay then.
We were both mercenaries. We got called in last week to see if we wanted to do this, and yeah, it was a fun event. It was nice to get out and do some running.
Hey, we've seen some amazing athletes out here today. Even if you're not in that great of shape, you can still come out and have a great time at the Glacier Challenge. Hey, let's take a quick break. Before we do that, let's check out the latest and greatest in this week's Outdoor Gear Guide.
Hi, I'm Bailey from Montana Army Navy with this week's Outdoor Gear Guide, and today we're talking about rain jackets. So right here we have a really popular option made by Marmot. The Precip jacket has been around for a long time. It's very breathable, it's lightweight, it's packable, and the nice thing about this jacket is it's got pit zips to keep you cool if you're doing any strenuous activities. Hey, another great option is a jacket made by Red Ledge. It's also very packable and lightweight, and one of the nice things about this jacket is it's got taped zippers to keep some of that extra water out. So if you guys have any further questions, feel free to come visit us at Army Navy in Whitefish or Kalispell, or visit us online at montanaarmynavy.com.
Army Navy is your hunting headquarters. It's the best place around when you're serious about saving money on the things you need to go hunting. Knife sharpeners, wool gloves, backpacking meals, optics, socks, boots, insoles, stoves. Why, it's a virtual hunter's checklist. All name brands and all at fantastic savings. On Highway 2 in Evergreen and Highway 93 in Whitefish. MontanaArmyNavy.com.
Looking for a new RV? Look no further than Pierce RV Supercenter, Montana's premier RV dealer. Come and shop the huge selection of fifth wheels, motorhomes, toy haulers, travel trailers, and even RV rentals. Plus, don't miss the fully stocked parts and accessory department. Pierce RV Supercenter has an RV that's right for any size family at prices that will fit any budget. Pierce RV Supercenter, located in Billings, Great Falls, and Kalispell. Come see us today or visit us online at piercerv.com.
Welcome back to Big Sky Outdoors. Hey, if you're looking for an event like the Glacier Challenge to do this upcoming week, here's a list of events in this week's outdoor calendar.
Come ride with a purpose. On August 16th and 17th, Bike MS Montana comes to Bozeman for an unforgettable two-day adventure to support research and those living with MS. Ride the Sky 2014 features 17 to 100-mile routes, plus food, drink, and music by night. Go to bikemsnorthwest.org for more information and to register. Let's keep the water clean. Coming up this weekend is the Run for the River 5K on Friday, August 15th, and the Bitterroot River Cleanup on August 16th. Riverfest in the Root is a festival of music, food, and drink celebrating the Bitterroot River. Go to brwaterforum.org to register for the race and to volunteer for the river cleanup. Fall is just around the corner and it's time to think about hunting season. Be prepared by attending the Montana Hunter Education course in Butte. Classes available Tuesday, August 12th through Sunday, the 17th. Visit Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks website at fwp.mt.gov for more information and to register. Coming up on Saturday, August 16th is the 3rd annual Polson Triathlon. The course includes a 1,500-meter swim in Flathead Lake, a 40K bike ride through the valley southwest of Polson, and finish up with a 10K run through downtown. Go to polsontriathlon.com for all the details and to register. If you have an event that you would like to post on Big Sky Outdoors, go to our Facebook page or www.bigskyouttdoorshow.com. Give us all the details of your outdoor event and we'll post it here on Big Sky Outdoors.
So the competition in the Glacier Challenge is a fun part of it too, for sure. And a couple years ago, there was this dramatic ending. The team that has won consecutively, Nomad, GCS, they were in the lead.
We were leading the event up until literally the last 10 meters of the race, and one of my both business partners and racing partners collapsed at the finish line, and the second place team literally leapt over him to finish the race ahead of us. It was probably one of the most spectacular finishes of any adventure race I've ever seen, and it was played all over the news from here to Seattle.
Cowabunga! Next time you get outside and enjoy Montana's outdoors, make sure you take your camera along. Take a few pictures, send us here at Big Sky Outdoors, and you'll be entered to win in our weekly Photo of the Week contest. Now let's turn the time over to you, the viewer, for this week's Photo of the Week.
This first photo was sent in by Peter Harris, who was hiking near the Garden Wall in Glacier Park with some old college roommates. Every year they get together for some sort of adventure. This year they chose Glacier. The morning Peter snapped this cool picture of the cliffs and the clouds. Started off with a storm, and then the weather cleared, and it turned out to be a beautiful day. Bill Heron took his annual backpacking trip to his secret spot in the southern Bob Marshall Wilderness. The scenery and hiking was spectacular. The water was beautifully clear and the rocks made trippy patterns on the bottom of the streams. Fishing for pure West Slope cutthroats was great, as evidenced in this beauty that came up from a deep hole for a hopper pattern. Thanks for the photo and story, Bill. John Spies and his kids started hiking at Logan Pass and were heading down the Highline Trail to Granite Park when he captured this majestic shot of glacier lilies and the surrounding peaks. The hike was a bit long for the kids, but they had a great time and made some lasting memories. Frank Walsh snapped this photo on a recent fishing trip in west central Montana. It sounds like he and his two buddies had quite an adventure. The fishing was good, they encountered a moose in the middle of the river, they saw wolf tracks in the sand, and got respectable sunburns. On the last day, they woke up to a cool, crisp morning, and the sky was so clear they could see forever. Laura Seegers had to work hard to reach this vantage point overlooking Lake McDonald. She is on a peak at the north end of the lake and had a nice ridge walk to get there. She was surrounded with stunning vistas in all directions. The snow-covered peaks in the background are Great Northern and the Flathead Range. Good job, Laura. You are this week's winner of the Big Sky Outdoors Photo of the Week contest. Remember to submit your pictures along with a brief explanation of your latest outdoor adventures on our Facebook page, Big Sky Outdoors, or on our website, bigskyouttdoorshow.com. The winner this week wins a Katadyn Hiker Pro water filter from our friends at Montana Army Navy in Kalispell and Whitefish. Get it, get out, and live it.
You know, events like this that support both individual as well as team environments have the ability to draw, again, adventure athletes as well as just the mom and pop athletes off the couch from all over the community as well as all over the northwest part of the United States. There aren't many of these events, and so when there are great events like this, when it brings people out from all over the place, the camaraderie is incredible. The number of people that show up and the shared experience is one of the very unique and kind of exciting things in an event like the Glacier Challenge.
The Glacier Challenge has been a fun event in a great town. Hey, if you're interested in doing the Glacier Challenge next year, go to theglacierchallenge.com for more information and to register. Hey, thanks for joining us this week on Big Sky Outdoors. We'll see you next week as we explore more wild places and more wild things in this great state of ours. We'll see you then.